DJ Humphries, he made his return the last game of the regular season. We saw him play a little bit. And the left tackle's been kind of one spot that, for the most part, all season long, we had to sign DJ Humphries because our left tackle spot, I don't know why he's getting hurt. Our guy Kingsley, I don't know if he's going to be a left tackle in the NFL. That remains to be seen. However, that's been a constant conversation all year long for us. But Andy Reid kind of provides some clarity on that, but still not entirely clear as to who's going to be the left tackle on Saturday. JD, here is Andy Reid on the blind side.
Mm-hmm. Andy, just what's the thought on left tackle and DJ or Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to see how it goes this week. I'm going to rotate them, and so it gives us some flexibility there. But I was happy with what Joe and Mike did in there, but I also liked what DJ did in, some of those snaps that he had, and there weren't a lot of them, but the snaps that he had against Denver.
When you say rotate, you mean rotate at practice, right?
Yeah, in practice, yeah. Then we'll just see. We'll see how it goes.
So, JD, you obviously played in the NFL for a long time. We always talk about coach speak. Sometimes coaches say things. We don't know what they mean exactly.
Yeah.
If you were to cipher through this, what he said, we'll see if we're going to rotate this week at practice. Who's starting at left tackle on Saturday?
DJ Humphrey. Yeah, I ain't telling you anything. I ain't going to give you the definitive answer. But DJ Humphrey, he talked about he liked what DJ Humphrey was able to do. He said that last game, what he was able to do. Obviously, he's like, let's see this week, make sure there's no setbacks. If he looks good, he looks like he's healthy, it looks like his feet is still fast. Our best option at left tackle is DJ Humphrey. Period. That's the reality. That's the reason we brought him in. We brought him in to be the starting left tackle. When Wanye and King Suma couldn't do it, Wanye got hurt, couldn't do it when it's as clean playing a left tackle, we called in the troops. That troop we brought in was DJ Humphrey. He was the plan. So when he got hurt, that set him back. So now Joe had to go back out there. So my thing is, if DJ Humphrey is healthy, he looks good, DJ Humphrey plays left tackle for me, okay? Andy knows that too. I know he likes Mike. He's not going to say, hey, I don't like Mike, I like Joe at left tackle. But we've seen Joe do a good job at left tackle. Joe's been pushed back too, okay? We want to make sure that we give every situation for DJ Humphrey not to be the starting guy, okay? He's got to do everything wrong for Joe Thuney to go out there and left tackle. Just practical, man. It is just practical. And so we got to understand that DJ Humphrey is a good left tackle, and he always has been. The knee was an issue because we brought him in, right? Because he was hurt coming off of that, but he looked like he was better. Now he has a chance to kind of get his wind up underneath him. Remember the one game because he looked like he was tired because he hadn't really played. Now he's got a little bit of that. He's got some games on his belt. He's got some reps on his belt. I would rather see him, left tackle than anybody else. Now, if it's a rough road for him, we know what the plan is. Joe, hey man, go ahead and push out. Mike, left guard. Let's go. Let's get it. Or King Suma. You know what I mean? King Suma. So that's how I feel. Which y'all said Kingsley better than Orlando? No, it's not true. I mean, no. Kingsley got to get there. He's got some growing up to do.
And quite frankly, we're not even sure he's gonna be a tackle in this league. So, there's no way he's better than Orlando Brown. We don't know he's gonna be a tackle in this league. So there's gonna be a lot of questions this offseason to see what they do with that tackle spot, and that'll tell you what they do with Kingsley and if they see him as a guard or whatnot. Which we saw him play guard in that last week of the season. So they obviously see maybe a little shift in where they see him going.
Yeah. And look, it's all this offseason and whatnot, man. It takes time to see, for things to kind of work itself out. And so if they say, hey, look, we need to go ahead and move him to left tackle or left guard, then that's a better situation for us. Then so be it. And if we got to go back in the draft, get us another left tackle, then so be it. Or get a guy that we know is capable of doing that, so be it. If DJ Humphrey's that guy and he plays well, this season, do you put him on for a longer-term deal? Sure. Why not? That way you had to go to a draft and try to find out another guy may not be as good playing left tackle, and they got to do the dance all over again. You got a guy who was a Pro Bowler who played at a high level for a number of years that he was playing. They did a good job. Let's just be honest, man. He's a good left tackle before he ended up getting hurt. So hopefully he is showing the progress of coming back, being healthy, to go out there and be effective. So he's got some good pass rushers going against him, man. We know that. So
let me ask you, I've seen a lot of people online say, just go with Caliendo at guard and go with Thuney at left tackle. JD, can you tell people how big of a difference it is to have Thuney at guard versus Caliendo? Because I think people think the combination of Thuney at tackle and Caliendo at guard is a better combination than Thuney at guard and DJ Humphries at tackle. I mean, I think it's because we see as far as a run game. Our run game hasn't been the best with Thuney at left tackle, and that's not a Thuney thing. I think it's more Caliendo's. I mean, he's solid, but he's not.
No, he's a solid guy, man. But you're going against some real dudes. And Caliendo, Mike can do it. He can get the job done. I'm not taking anything from Caliendo at all. It's a very good left guard. But Joe Thuney is a much better guard than Caliendo. And so you rather have the better left guard with a pretty solid left tackle than having a pretty good left tackle and an okay left guard. That combination with Thuney and DJ Humphrey is vital. And one of them made a point here. I think I just seen it on here. Let me see. Greg Rose said the stunts are coming, so Thuney is needed on the interior. I watched DJ Humphrey pass out off a stunt, and I'm like, this is exactly how it's supposed to look. That's exactly how it's supposed to look. And it wasn't, I don't even know if they communicated it or not. I think he just felt it and he passed it off, and the defensive tackle came over and he caught it. And so for him, he's seen it plenty of times where sometimes if you're playing left guard and you're, left guard going left tackle, you might be off the, because it's a different a space, an area that you have to try to contend, okay, and fortify. So when you do those stunts, you're not used to them because it's like, oh, well, this guy's coming from my outside coming in, and I got to look for the defensive tackle. Not saying the guard and left guard and center don't see that, because they do, but coming from space, a wide nine, totally different, because maybe you don't necessarily recognize that stunt the way it comes out, if it makes sense, right? If it makes sense. So if I'm a wide nine, okay, and I'm just looking for the loop, or if I'm coming all the way inside and I'm just taking your inside shoulder, okay, if you're the left tackle, I'm talking, if I'm left tackle now, the wide nine comes inside my inside shoulder, okay, which would be my right shoulder. I might turn inside and all of a sudden the defensive tackle wraps around. I seen it in the game and I almost missed it. But Joe Thuney was just right there where he was able to catch it. But when I seen DJ Humphrey do it, it was seamless. He was stout in it. He didn't panic. He just passed it off. Because why? Because he's used to that space. He understands it. He knows that. He knows sometimes an inside move, it might be a stunt. In your head, if you've done it enough times, you know that. I think if I've explained it well, I know it's in my head because I just played a lot of it. I know when stunts come. And you just don't communicate. Like, I'll go in, out. And so I tell the tackles too, sting. Sting tells you that a safety is coming down. He might blitz on the outside, okay? Or wide linebacker, okay? You might fan. These are some of the calls that you make, okay? Fan to me, everybody fans out to this guy. So sometimes those communications between, a guy that plays that position has been playing it for a long time, it's easier to communicate and let you know. And I trust Joe Thuney and DJ Humphries more than I do Thuney and Caliendo. Even though Caliendo and Thuney has done an amazing job. So I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking away from that. All I'm saying is that Joe Thuney, DJ Humphrey is just a step above it.
Want to make some quick cash and have fun during the NFL playoffs? Well, it's time to embrace your inner underdog. Over the last 3 weeks, we have given 11 selections and we have cashed on 10 of those. predicting higher or lower on multiple different player statistics. So we are ready to continue this heater into the playoffs. So if you have yet to download the Underdog app, do so now and get free cash. Click the link in the description or use promo code CHIEFCONCERNS, one word, to claim your free pick plus first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. It's NFL playoff season, so let's continue to keep the good vibes in 2025.
I know it was a long explanation, but
that was great because I think there's a lot of stuff there where people, they tend to think that Thuney is better suited at left tackle than he is at left guard just because he's filled in the past, filled in a little bit this year admirably, which I think everyone loves that he did that. But I think there's, people need an explanation from an expert, and that was pretty good, JD.
Okay, good. Take you out through a coaching session one time.
There you go. JD, any concerns? I know we talked about the pass rush that they have there. What are your concerns with and I know Jabari Mayo, Houston Texans fan in the chat, is talking about all their guys. Will Anderson, Autry, Tim Settle, the legendary Tim Settle, the future first ballot Hall of Famer Tim Settle, but Daniil Hunter, they have a pretty solid D line, one of the best in the league as far as sacks wise this year, where they ranked. What are your concerns there, if any at all? I mean, I know in that game we played them, I think they had one sack against us in that game. So we kind of really honed in that game to protect Pat. I believe that was Joe Thuney's first game as a starting left tackle, and we were able to, kind of nullify their elite pass rush.
Yeah. The concern is you just got to get your hands on the guys. That's what you have to do. You got to make sure, get hands on them, because they do a good job of just sweeping hands, knocking them down. You got to be technique sound. You got to communicate. My thing is, don't get into the game throwing the ball 50 times when you don't need to, or 40 if it's not warranted, because you give those guys more opportunities to get back there at Pat. You get more opportunities for stunts and twists and all those different things at Pat. And you put Joe Thuney, DJ Humphries, Trey Smith, Juwan Taylor on the other side. You put these guys on their heels. I don't want these guys playing on the heels all the time. I want these guys putting the heels in the ground and coming off and hitting people in the mouth. I think it's where we're more solid. I think it's where we have to be punishing this defense. So that's what it has to happen. You got to be physical with these guys. A lot of the physicality has to come out in our running game. Okay. That's going to speak volumes about who we are and what we want to do going forward. But the message got to be given, especially this defense, is, you want to have time of possession. You want to be able to run the football effectively. You want to be able to protect Pat. Third down is important, okay, conversion-wise, because the Chargers was, I think, horrible on third down. 4 interceptions by Justin Herbert. They throwing the football all around. Why? Because they had no running game. Man, had no running game. So establish running game. Kareem Hunt, and we haven't talked enough about these two guys. Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco have to have a great game, man. They have to be a great game, man. They have to. That's important. It's so vital to what we do that you have to reiterate to them, we got to run the football. We got to run the football effectively. Why? Because we keep the ball in our hands. We keep it out of C.J. Stroud. What you do is you wear down his defense as well. So every chance you get, hit him in the mouth. Hit him in the mouth. And it's hard to do when you're always retreating to catch a guy and get him off, as opposed to I'm coming out here right now and I'm smacking you immediately when you're not thinking about it. Go ahead, do a couple wham blocks, kick outs, traps. That's what you do. Tim Settle, we got him. Let him go this time. Let him go. Wow. Bow! Hit that sucker right there, man. Ear hole that joker right there. Okay? Legally. It happens all the time. So you're talking all that mess, man. It's hard to talk without no teeth. So.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. As soon as the Chargers bailed on the run game because they couldn't really do anything with Dobbins and Gus Edwards weren't really doing much, then they kind of went into the pass mode. That's what they got bit. There was no balance to their offense. An offense that kind of limited their passing attempts all year long. I mean, Herbert was throwing the ball like maybe 21 times a game. They kept it pretty vanilla all season long. And when they had to open it up, that's when you saw some issues there, and there was no balance to their game. So yeah, I want to see Kareem Hunt 11 for 55 last time. 5 yards a carry. Give it to him. Give it to him. Ride the hot hand.
Joker looked good, man. Against it. Give it to him. And he's not had rest to Marcus. Woo! Give it to Kareem Hunt. Please let him have the football. And let Pacheco, let him get it a little bit too. And let there be, I don't know, the thunder and lightning. Okay, hammer and nail, whatever you want to call it, whatever combination you want to make it, Batman or Robin, how you want to do it. Okay, but you got to let these guys eat, man. They got to be a pivotal part of what we do. Seriously, we have to. Thank you, Jacob. Hopefully, just cause the run doesn't hit like 4 times, they choose to abandon the pass, would be better with the run game. Absolutely, outstandingly said, no question about it, because it is. That's exactly how you open everything up. And I'm gonna give you a team that is effective. There was old smash football. We just talked about them. We talked about the Ravens, what they were able to do with Lamar, with King Henry. They ran the football 50 times. Man, against a pass rushing defense, Hayward, that sucker walked out because we blocking. And then you got to tackle also too while we blocking you. Come on. I'm giving linemen that all day, every day. Every single day. Because you got to come off this block to get that. Guess what? I get to bury you in the ground when that happens. You reaching out for that joker? Yeah! I'm coming down, straight elbow, everything on top of you. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. I just want you to get up on that knee like, dang, God, okay. I got 75 more of those. Yep, you sure do. You sure do. When you hand it over to the defense, start throwing the ball more time and see what happens. Now you're playing in their realm. Not that we can't pass the ball, because we will. We'll be able to do what we want to do, really. Like I said, it's never about them, it's about us. But make them jokers feel it. Make them jokers feel it. So.
Barbershop, in my Marcus voice. We not the Chargers, buddy.
Yeah. No, sir. We're a 15-2 team, which would have been 15-1. We let everybody play. So, Jabari, at this point, I know you're trolling. That's all right. We'll let you talk, man. Now that talking never talk to anybody into a win, baby. We never talk to anybody to a win. If that was the case, y'all would have been 15-2 like we are. But you're not.
Yeah, we're not the Joe Flacco led Browns, and we're not the Chargers. So, yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about that flapping your gums off right now.
Just
be
happy you got here. That's all I can say, Jabari. So enjoy.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say enjoy another divisional weekend, because I think that's as far as you're gonna get for a good amount of time, man. So
we seen Tim Settle was doing all that, popping his gums off. See what happened with that.
Saw that got him, yeah.
Yep. Ain't worried about that, man.
Yeah. But yeah, appreciate the contribution there, Jacob. It's a new name, Jacob Donabauer. I don't think we've ever seen that name, but Jacob, welcome to the channel, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Some other people that came in the room. Seen Ray 028, Chiefs fan 211. Seen that guy Chris, King Mo, Kathy Welch. Good seeing you as well. It's always good to see the people come in, man, saying what's up. Look, they ain't gonna let you just fly off the handle in here. That ain't gonna happen. Well, them jokers right here is gonna get on you like a pack of bees, boy. They're gonna be on you. So,
it's all cordial talk. No one's. I mean, maybe Jabari's getting a little bit, saying f Amenhu, but for the most part, very cordial, good banter, guys.
Yeah, Jabari, welcome, man. Okay, all right, but come in here respectful. Okay, act like you've been somewhere before.
Yeah,
okay?
we appreciate the subscription, Jabari.
Yeah, brother, absolutely, brother. Come on in, Blueberry Wilbur. Blueberry Wilbur says, Pat will take a chance or two now and again, but he's matured and good at realizing the most mistakes and relaxing intro into the flow of the game. Yes. I think Pat is as poised as anybody. And when you see him up at the podium, you see he just wants to play. He just ready to get at it. These guys are tired of seeing each other in the practice and whatnot. They are ready to come out and play. Another element that we need to understand, okay, and I know all Chiefs fans will understand this, but the fans at the game, are going to be huge. That environment and atmosphere in itself is a tough place to play. It's a tough place to play. And that energy, every single one of our guys feed off of it. They do. They love their Chiefs. They love them. And so you're going to feel that too. You're going to feel that too. And you will. They're going to get all of that. So, Jacob.
Appreciate that again, man. I've watched a lot of your videos after they've been live. Haven't made too many lives yet. Well, Jacob, welcome to the live show, baby.
Welcome, brother. Good seeing you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So,
all right. So JD, we did have a you were waiting for an Alder Brown question. Well, you got one, JD. JD, here's the most important question for me. I'm watching my twin 4-year-old granddaughters this weekend. How do I watch the game in peace and watch them?
Alder Brown, get them involved. Get them involved. Like, get them to be fans. So when you yelling for them, like, yay, tell them, yay, 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 and jump up, and they'll start getting into it. They'll start clapping their hands, yay, get them involved. And so being a good granddad, like you are, hey, show them what it means to be a Chiefs fan, okay? They will enjoy it. They will enjoy watching you enjoy it. So get the girls there, man. Love to have them. And so this right here is where you set in, getting them cheered for the right team. All right. This is what legacy's all about, baby.
And Aldo, what you could do is what I did a couple of weeks back when I was watching a playoff game with my niece. She's like 13. I don't know how old. 4-year-olds. Okay, a little different. A 13-year-old. We were watching a game, and I was like, I showed her the Underdog app, and I know it's a plug here, but showed her the Underdog app, and I was like, hey, we're watching this game. Who do you think is going to win? And what player do you think? What player do you think is going to have? I let her pick one of the props. She did it. And we kind of watched, and we wait for that player to get over like 50 yards in that game. It was kind of fun. So that's one way of doing it.
Get them involved, man. Get them involved. The atmosphere. When I'm over here and I bring my grandson and other kids come over here, we turn the volume up. Okay, make it nice and loud in here, cheering, and they can hear everything going on. And they watch the action on TV. They watch it all. We eat, have a good time, and we love the atmosphere that we have, and we get them integrated into it too, man. That they're part of it, and so make it a family affair. Make it a family affair. Yeah, good question, Alder Brown.
It'll be a good time. All right, so now we're gonna get to the final topic here. It's our game picks, JD.
Nathan, appreciate it, Nathan, for the $5. I'm gonna answer his question first. Mr. Dunn, what was your thoughts on Jared Wiley's blocking this year? The little bit that I saw of him, he'll have to get a little bit better. I don't know if he'll add a little bit more weight, maybe get a little bit stronger. But there's some big boys up here. He has to get a little bit better, though. I think he did a decent job, but he's definitely got to get better. Travis been showing him exactly how to do it. When you're not such a big tight end, because he's taller and you got to bend your knees. No, I'm a 6'6" guy, 6'6" and some change. I think Jared Wiley's 6'7", ain't he? Something like that. And so when you got to bend your knees, that's what happens. But once you get up underneath them, short, choppy steps, burst, he'll be all right. So good question. All right.
Appreciate you, Nathan. And also, this is also highlights why you don't place expectations on a guy who's a third day guy in the draft. You don't call him Baby Kelsey. Just don't do that. Because obviously he's his own guy, and also too some people were placing ridiculous expectations on this guy. So please, refrain from doing that. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.